water everywhere.
Worth it.
Spring lake?
I thought this was a spaceship, not a watership.
Yeah.
If you would let me sit down.
Yes, join us, join us.
Please.
So lovely. I know, look at this.
A white leather couch.
Did we ever think that 23 years later we would be at Seattle at Emerald City Comic Con still celebrating the brown coats?
How can you predict something like that? No. The answer is no, I did
I
not.
planned to die like so long ago.
I mean, I think we all would have been here. We certainly didn't expect all of you to be here. You're the reason why we're here.
We'd all be commiserating in a corner. I had a spaceship once.
I used to be a big damn hero, but now not so much anymore.
Warp drive, I'll give you a warp drive.
So since we're so far past it, and I would love for you all to throw each other under the bus.
We're great at that.
You're starting so early with that.
Yeah, happy starting to
Ramp
ramp
up.
Who was the prankster on set?
I will say, I like to play some jokes on people, but nobody ever gets hurt or is like damaged by property, anything like that. But things like I
Emotionally damaged.
calendar of Alan's family calendar that he left at my house once. I hung on to it for like 6 years or something, and then I posted photos of Alan from his childhood all over the bar set from Serenity when Summer kicked everybody's ass in the bar. It happened to be Alan's birthday that day, and he walked in and went, "Oh my God, how could anyone possibly? Was this Nathan?"
So we're not going to throw anyone else under the bus, just Nathan? So we're not going to throw anyone else under the bus, just Nathan was the problem child?
Yeah. It's always Nathan.
I once came up to my truck. I had an SUV at the time, hot summer day, and someone had put gummy worms all over my windshield that melted down into my wipers. And I went, "Oh my, who would do this?" And Adam said, "That was me, because you got me with the other thing." I said, "But that wasn't me." He goes, "Oh."
So we would like tributes of gummy worms in future?
I can't eat a gummy worm without thinking about Adam Baldwin. That's a fact.
And that ruins your appetite, so then you're like, never eat.
Not shade over in this corner.
Yeah.
Who of the cast most embodies the iconic "I'm a leaf on the wind"? Who's the calmest? Who do we love the most?
Too soon.
Thank you. I mean, I do, but just because I lay in the lawn a lot. After the wind.
I'm voting for Summer because she's light on her feet. Thanks.
I have to say, Summer walked in, we had dinner last night, and Summer walked into the restaurant, and it didn't look like her feet were actually hitting the ground. She was glided, and I'm like, yes, Summer!
You can teach a class on that. How to just glide from place to place.
I was late.
She likes to make an entrance
I
around dessert.
also want to say to the lovely people who are making this panel happen backstage, can we see the questions that people are asking on Como up here? Thank you so much! Okay! Because I'm sure, as all of you know, you can ask questions throughout the panel. You'll see the QR code up here periodically. Please work up your courage to do so. Oh yeah, they're gonna move the whole time.
It's even happening right now.
I'll read them, don't worry about it. I put my contacts in this morning, it's gonna go well.
I can answer that one. Michael's.
Okay, let's enter Michael's. It's been 20 years since Serenity. What do you think your characters would be doing 20 years after the show?
Next question.
strange like a leaf on the wind. Compost.
But sure, I mean, surely, let's do full fan fiction. Surely Zoe was pregnant and there's a nice adult human child now. So the Wash legacy lives on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's hope.
It wasn't mine.
Captain, I captain.
That's a whole different corner of the internet.
It's a whole different
So
show.
many jokes. I'm not gonna. So many jokes.
Rebecca asks, what is a prop that you stole from the set of Firefly or Serenity? Surely the statute of limitations is up on this.
Alan, you have a great.
Right, but we didn't steal enough. I think it comes down to we did not steal near enough.
That's true.
I mean, I didn't.
No, it's true. I think we all maybe hope that they would change their minds
Yeah.
and we'd have another shot at it. Yeah, but you have the best. You took the best prop.
I did take the button that Wash says tells Mal, press this in out of gas. No, out of gas. Press this and we'll come running. You know, when your miracle comes, hit this button and we'll come running. And since it was an addition to the set and wasn't bolted down like everything else in the building, it came right off in my hand. Buckled it up pretty easily. And then I kept it on my desk for a while, but then we heard Joss was writing the movie and was having a tough time at that time making it happen. And so I went down to the offices, the GER offices. What was that called?
Mutant enemy.
Mutant Enemy. I went down to the Mutant Enemy offices. And he wasn't there, but I put it on his desk and wrote him a note and said, when your miracle comes, just hit this button. Yeah.
Right? I have the catalyzer.
The catalyzer.
It's a nothing part until you need one. So I got one.
Anybody else want to admit to sticky fingers?
I have a hair thing. It's what Zoe kept her hair back with. It's like this figure 8 made out of wood.
We did not steal nothing.
Well, I did not want to take my costume with me. I was like, when am I gonna wear that again? It's like the worst bridesmaid's dress ever. And yeah.
Where do you keep it? Where do you keep that hair clip thing? Where?
It's in with all the other hair clips. I got loose stuff. It's in the drawer, and I pull it out. I'm like, oh, that's it's in there. What? It's in the shot. I have so much reference for it. I'll bring it to the
I think you
next
could
one.
auction that thing off.
You think?
You know? Yeah, and maybe, yeah.
I mean, the room's small, so
Sean,
if
please
you want
tell
for it.
Please tell me you have the vest.
Oh, I took all my vests
Okay.
so I could burn them.
You didn't love the pumpkin orange?
I don't remember. I probably blocked that one out.
I think it's from the pilot.
You didn't steal anything. That's not.
No, because I'm a good girl.
I'd love to follow up by asking, what should we have stolen? What did we wish we'd taken from the set?
I wish I took my medical bag. But I was a good boy too. I took my boots.
Did you just wear them off set one day?
Well, they were my boots. 'Cause
Oh.
I came to work in them, and Josh was like, "Oh, I love those." So they went out to, I think it was like Banana Republic or something. Bought the same exact pair, so I had 2 pairs when I left.
Do you still
So
have them?
fucking boring.
But if you still have those, you could auction those off for a very
I did auction them off.
Do you have the second pair that we could auction off?
No.
That's another deep dark corner of the internet.
I would have taken your suede coat, because that was sweet. Didn't like mine. but I loved you. No, it was, you know.
Constricting. Someone made me a replica, so I do have the duster.
Oh,
And I took my gun and holster from Serenity, so I have that as well. Yeah, I wear them around the house sometime.
see, now that dress, the dress of Ruth Carter, who has since won an Oscar for costuming, made that beautiful white gown. I don't know where it is, but I should have, yeah, that was nice.
I got the steak.
That we splinter?
Yeah. I tried to take the steering wheel, but it was bolted. It was very tried, and then I was gonna take the dinosaurs, and I was told, you can't take those are props. You can't take those props, will be mad, you can't take those. And then I ran into somebody one of our lighting guys, on a little movie that I did, and he was like, hey, how's it going? Hey, I got one of your dinosaurs. Hey, can I have it? And he gave it to me. It's missing its tail and one of its arms because his dog liked it as well. But it's you know, it's at least that. It's 80% of one of my dinosaurs.
It survived the crash, so I'm confused. Jeff asked, what was Ron Glass like as a co-star and a person? Oh.
He was such a classy guy, and incredibly well dressed, and always very appropriate. But sometimes he would come up with a real zinger. What did he say to Jewel that one time when she came? She had like a yellow onesie on that she dressed it, and he said, "Jewel, please." Like he said something about. He was always very particular about clothes.
Or when he spilled wine on these white pants that she was wearing at a convention, and then she was like, "Ron," he was like, "Girl, those pants were ugly anyway."
He was a wonderful human. I once complimented him on a sweater. I said, "I really like it." He said, "Oh, thanks." We did a panel or something, and he was wearing it over like a t-shirt, and he had a ripping body. He had a ripping body. And at the end of the panel, he came to me wearing his t-shirt. He said, "Nathan, here." It was all folded up nice, and he gave me the shirt off his back. I still have it. I'm scared to wear it. I don't want anything to happen to it.
Yeah. No, I just adored him. I adored him. I had loved him since Barney Miller, which is the first time I've ever seen him. Just as Nathan said, just this well-heeled, beautifully spoken black man with great hair. And this voice that I would just know. Tell me a story.
His laugh.
His laugh was everything.
Well, changing the subject to something really silly, Jonathan asked if we replaced the whole cast with Muppets, but there was only one human being left, which human actor would we still have?
I feel like I would love to watch Sean suffer through that. Just whatever's going on, I think, oh my God.
Is it wrong that I had the same thought?
And in his medical bag, he'd have like a sewing kit and one of those fuzz shavers, some extra cotton stuffing,
Still
a
wearing
Tide stain stick. I got this. You're gonna be all right. Now, we're gonna need to get her dry cleaned. I don't have the equipment here.
So, Sean, now I have to put you on the spot and ask Muppet.
Oh.
Really was on.
He's got so many, he's really got to think this.
Shoot. Oh, God, it's a hard question. Oh, well, you know, Jim Henson, my chemistry teacher from high school, he designed a Muppet after this guy. So I think Beaker maybe.
Good answer.
Phew, did I pass that question?
Seth asks, what is your favorite line from the movie? You didn't specify which movie, just the movie. So you can give me any movie you want. But maybe why not Serenity? Just for funsies.
It's okay to leave them to die.
I'll tell you one that makes me cry every time is when after Sean gets shot, he says, "I'm gonna need this and a shot of Kayla for Kaylee and River. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm verklempt right now just thinking about it. Just good line. Great delivery.
Okay, line, but it's all in the delivery.
That was when I kept crying over your close-up, and Joss took me aside and he said, "It's great, you're doing so great, but can you stop crying so loudly over Sean's close-up?"
And you said no. Robot.
That's why you can hear her soft little sobs in the background. It's very tiny. Liz says, for Nathan, can you talk about filming the series Castle or the new season of The Rookie?
No. I'll tell you this. I've had a number of wonderful cast members from a show called Firefly on both Castle and The Rookie. We were talking about this the other night. Sean was throwing me some shade. And how did it go again? Because I forget again. What did you say?
Like you said, Firefly actors, and I was like, except me.
Oh yeah, right. He said, yeah, well you hadn't had me on your show, and I said, dude, you were in season 2 of The Rookie. Oh yeah, never mind.
I was probably drunk.
Some of your best work.
I did an episode of Castle. I didn't work with Nathan, so I don't really know.
They kept us apart. They said it's far too much chemistry.
They said we don't need another show baby out of this. Come on, come on, come on.
I'm trying to establish this will they, won't they, and clearly he's gonna.
Seth asks, if the show were to be rebooted with new actors, who would you want to play your characters? I'm gonna say this, Seth. That's real shady. You don't think they're still up for it? Come on.
Pedro Pascal.
Like Timothy Chalamet.
That's a good one.
Alan Alda.
Wait, did I just hear that someone has an Alan Alda impression?
No, I said I wish I had an Alan Alda impression that would come in real handy right now.
Wow, we're really doing this. Yeah.
You can reject it and just say that you'll come back.
I'm definitely coming back.
Sean.
I have to go.
Beaker.
Well, not Zac Efron.
That's been a good one. That's been pretty good.
What about his little brother who was on the trailers?
I don't.
Sure. I mean, just the trailers. Lily says, everyone, if you never caught the acting bug, what would you be doing now? Sean would be designing vests.
I'd be an investigative reporter because I love getting into everybody's business. Especially, I mean, journalism is so incredible and so important, and just getting after the truth and what I was raised know, it is the fourth pillar, as you know, they always say, and I think we need to get back to that. And
Hotel restaurant management. That was my passion.
So, would you have continued dancing? Would you have been a professional ballerina?
I think so. Now that I'm a stay-at-home mom, I think all roads would lead to that for me. I'm just that.
What if had a couple of years in between?
If I stopped dancing.
If you hadn't started acting,
Oh,
between that and
yeah,
motherhood.
I would have stuck with dancing. Yeah.
Okay, good. I studied to be a teacher. I was going to be a high school teacher. My first gig 3 months before I got my teaching certificate. So my mother's very fond of introducing my brother and I by saying, "This is my son Jeff. He's a principal. He got his master's degree. He's very successful. And this is my son Nathan. He's a university dropout."
Nathan, what would have been your subject?
Oh, art and drama. So, which means I would probably have been teaching math and science.
Sean, all jokes aside, would you have been designing vests? When will you be designing vests?
no.
Stuck in the dead end job over a sewing machine. God damn! If I could only be doing pants.
I think I'd rather be a funeral director.
And important job that will never go in style.
I'm totally kidding. My dad was one. I grew up in a funeral home, so fun fact.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're all imagining 6 Feet Under right now, right?
You know,
You're Peter.
It became very cool when 6 Feet Under came out. I hid it for most of my life, and then it was cool.
And now the whole internet knows.
You know, I used to have a trade. We'll talk about this later. Embalming kit.
Alan has a morbid fascination with embalming and
No,
petitions and
I don't
stuff.
have. I just had a kit to embalm people. It wasn't fascinating. I just had one.
I'll try to say how that's better than what I said.
Listen, you said to embalm people. You can embalm other things than people. You were specifically wanting to embalm people.
Oh no, this one was for people. It was a trade in one. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have it anymore. Sure. Nathan came into my house right after we did the upfronts for Firefly. So it was Nathan and I went because I lived in New York and they only flew Nathan to New York. So I got to go along and be there to represent. And because from the beginning they were a little bit like, and I guess Firefly. Yeah, it really was kind of like that. It was till midnight, right before midnight they picked us up. So it was like the last show they decided to pick up. Anyway, came to New York. We went to the thing. You came over with someone that you were seeing at the time. I was like, come over to my apartment. We came over to my apartment and she was there for how long? Definitely enough for me to show you around, and we got to the trade embalmers kit.
And she's squeezing my hand, whispering, "Let's go."
And they did. They left. I got rid of the taxidermy and I got rid of the medical equipment.
Diseased leg.
The diseased leg. It wasn't an actual diseased leg, it was a model of a diseased leg.
Much better, much better.
And you played the pilot, not the doctor.
Yeah, I played the wacky pilot. I had the wacky now.
Crew needed a mortician. We really
We'll
should.
talk about it later. We'll talk about the embalming kit later. I've taken up too much time.
There's a question that came by and they've since removed it, so I don't know who asked it, but I want to ask it. How big was the engine room set? I think that's a great question. Bigger than the stage?
You probably had about a third of this stage kind of room to move around in, a big chunk in the middle. There wasn't a ton of room to move around in
It
that.
was like if you went here, like you came in.
Yeah?
Right?
Yeah?
And then everybody went. All right, and then right about here.
Yeah.
Right?
Now do the bit where you jump up on the side of the engine.
What's that?
Remember the bit where you jumped up on the side of the engine and you
And then
fell
fall
into it?
into it?
Was it the biggest set that you had?
Well,
These waters are a hazard. Really, I'm surprised people aren't getting hurt.
The great thing about our set was that like the entire top floor is one continuous piece, and then the big cargo bay, I think that was probably the biggest spot, was at the bottom, and then you'd open up the door, and they would build a little bit of set out there, so you could open the cargo bay door and film into it, and then we'd turn around, and we'd go to the desert and build a door that we opened, just a doorway that we walk out into the desert.
yeah, but the spaceship itself was cut up into between two sound stages.
So top floor, bottom floor.
I actually went to a party, this was many years ago, but many years after Firefly, that was being held at the Fox lot where we used to film. And I said, yeah, I used to work here. I used to, oh my God, I'm standing where the spaceship used to be.
Yeah.
I also stopped by there right after we were canceled, and I said, I'm going to slip into the old, this is a terrible story. I'm going to slip into the old soundstage and see if the spaceship is still there. Maybe there's something I can grab and take. And I come in, and there's a forklift pushing through the set, pulling it down. Now, happy ending to this story. Many years later, I'm going to tell these people, you guys don't want to see anything, I'm going to tell you directly. I got to do a little role on American Housewife. They used to make a lot of Nathan Fillion jokes, and in the show, they attended a convention and ran into me, dressed as Captain Malcolm Reynolds for my own pleasure, on the set of Serenity. They did a bang-up job too. And when I was done, I said to the set guys, I said, so what are you gonna do with this big piece with the door on it and all the bits and stuff, this whole wall of spaceship? They said, oh, we're just gonna throw it out. And I said, or, and now when you walk into my garage, on the whole left side is the wall and the doorway of Serenity. And you can plug it in on the side. There's a couple crappy lights that turn on. Some pipes that are falling apart. It's so homey.
Crystal asked, what is a book or a show or a movie that you all consider yourself fans of? What are you nerding out about?
Something we read.
A book or a movie or something. I mean, I'm a fan of so much of this stuff. Harry Potter? Oh yeah, sure. Love the Harry Potter stuff.
Nobody else likes anything.
Uncharted, all those games. Star Wars, I'll keep going. Star Trek. I've met a couple of these wonderful cast members of different shows, and I had so many fantastic experiences because it's like a fraternity. Like, we've all got spaceships, right? And I remember I was at a con, and I went to a dinner at a steakhouse, and we had like a private room in the back with most everyone from Star Trek The Next Generation was there, and our waitress came in and would lay eyes on Jonathan Frakes and go, oh, have a connection, and then take his drink order and leave without taking the rest of the drink. And then come back in and realize, oh, I'm sorry, I haven't taken any more drinks, then go up to Deanna Troi and go, and leave again, and I'm going, oh my God, this is gonna take forever. Kept having connections. It was amazing.
Most starstruck I've ever been doing conventions for a few years is seeing Marina Sirtis for the first time. I think it was at DragonCon too.
I mean, Michelle Nichols. I dropped to my knees. Thank you.
Amy asked the question so that I don't have to ask it. Gina, are you going to be involved in the reboot of Suits?
I'm sorry, what?
You going to Suits LA?
Honest, I have no idea. I have no idea. I mean, yeah.
So if we want that, we have to start a Twitter Threads, Blue Sky campaign to make it happen.
Yeah, they're finding their rhythm. right? It's a little early to tell, and so Aaron's involved in that, and they need to be their show. They need to figure out what that show is. So I think it's a little early to tell.
Is it in LA?
It is in LA.
Are they swimsuits?
No.
Better show idea, sorry.
No, seriously.
Adam says, we are all obviously very big fans of all of you. What of your recent work should we as starving fans watch? Well, you open your IMDb app and you watch everything.
What have you done recently that fans should be watching?
For folks who haven't been checking in for 20 years, what do you want to check out?
Alan, you've been part of a wonderful show called Resident Alien. I played restaurant menu item number 42.
I played an octopus named 42, and it's still, a lot of people talk to me about that. His death, sorry, spoiler, was one of the funnier things on the show. And I loved it so much because we didn't go with VFX it was a puppet. And the puppet of your tentacle coming up to my face while you're telling me I should eat you after you died was just, it's one of the funniest things. It's just, and it hangs in a way that you can tell there's a string on it. It's so ridiculous. So wonderful. And, oh, we can't announce it yet.
It's just between us and the entire internet.
Jill's gonna be on it. In season 4, which comes out, I don't know. We're still shooting it. We're shooting it. We're almost done. We have just 3 weeks left.
It comes out soon.
Well, not soon.
Soon could be any.
What is today? April, May, June, July. So like probably the earliest it could even be considered would be summer.
May I continue?
Yeah.
I also have a little project coming out in July called Superman. Where I am nigh unrecognizable as a strawberry blonde bowl cut wearing gold tooth smiling Guy Gardner.
I think it would. I didn't have any problem recognizing it. Same.
Wrapped up 911 Lone Star.
Congratulations.
Seasons available on Hulu.
Summer, Sean.
Got anything?
I'm a mommy. I stay at home.
I will say this, Alan, I don't think it's too early to say what we're doing, because we're letting people know here and there. We don't have a release date or anything like that.
No.
But
You want me to say it?
We're doing a podcast. Once we were spacemen.
we're going to impose upon the entire cast to be guests. First of all, that's what
Yeah. The first guest will be.
pulling favors from our friends.
Yes.
So you can look forward to hearing Sean and Summer on that soon. And Jewel has already been a guest, so she'll tell you how wonderful it was and how easy to do.
Yeah.
So easy.
Really, it's so easy and so much fun. We get to fill in all of the things that, like embalming kits, stuff you didn't know. I can really dig into that in a way that I wasn't able to here. It's interesting. Okay. You don't have to, you can also fast forward through that if you don't want to listen to it.
Yeah.
It's the small giggles from everyone up here as the pitch comes in. That's really sending me.
But once we were spacemen, it's a lot of fun.
Paul asks, how many different voices can Alan go through in a minute? I'm just saying we have a timer up here. So.
Go, Alan, go.
Okay. King Candy. Have some candy. The Duke of Westhalton dances like a chicken and face of a monkey. Like why? The wizard thing. Have a donut, Kappa.
A Google character from Wreck-It Ralph.
Isn't that interesting? Yes.
The goat from Wish.
Who knew my voice could be so low?
The chicken from Moana.
This Dr. Phosphorus kind of just sounds like this. Shish kebab. And then he burns the face of a woman. It seems really. It's a very violent show. It's been a minute. It was like 7.
And K2SO.
Cassian said I had to. Watch it.
Sorry, too late. That's a minute. I'm constantly, when I'm watching something, I'll say, oh, I can't wait to see this new thing, and I'll hear a voice and go, son of a bitch, that's Alan. Alan, you didn't tell me you did it. Oh, yeah, I forgot I did that. You forgot you did Star Wars?
We were in Monsters Inc. together, or Monsters that show. Yeah. I'm the French weather, and I'm like all the snails. I'm the slugs. I'm all the French slugs.
Oh, in Monsters at Work.
Monsters at Work.
There we go, yes. I've been
You
Monsters.
were Monsters Inc. I was Monsters at Work.
I was Monsters University.
That was you.
And Cars 3. And that means I'm only 33 Pixar's behind you.
I love that summer's between them.
Unless something terrible should happen to Alan, I keep looking at these microphones. They say read pop. And I think it sounds like a condition. It's like, oh, sorry, Alan. Can't do any more voice work. He's got stage 4 read pop.
Well, friends, this is going to be our last question. I know. My name is Ashley. You can say I was mean in the post-show survey. It's fine. But we get asked a really great question, which I think would be fun to end on. What is your go-to Monopoly piece? It says so much about you.
Thank God somebody finally asked it.
I'm still ripped for this question. I'm still ready for this question. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Can I guess yours?
You won't be able to, but go ahead.
Your total top hat. Your top hat.
So some lovely friends of mine for my birthday gave me a custom Monopoly game called Nathanopoly. I think I have a picture of it on my Instagram for sure. And you start at go and you go through all my projects. Every street is a project I've done throughout my career.
Wow, my friends did the exact same thing.
Every chanting card is like Nathan-centric. And then I went to Etsy and I got a whole bunch of like different pieces that are not standard. And there is, of course, it's a laptop, there's a remote control, there's an Xbox controller, and there's a little Serenity. I had 3D printed houses, they're like apartment, like brownstones, and then my hotels are like massive massive, like towering and giant things that are amazing. Yeah, it's to the nines.
He's not like us.
Oh, let's go. Oh my God, that's loaded.
Oh, and all the money is Firefly money, but my face on it. Thank you, Julie and Jolie.
I didn't realize this last question was going to actually be a fist fight. That's fantastic. Anyone else want to weigh in on Monopoly pieces?
Thimble.
One tiny serenity, everybody else is a thimble. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here at That's right, keep it going for the cast of Serenity! All right, you're all gonna be in the picture now.
All right, on the count of three, I want y'all to make some noise.